Hey, how you guys doing? This is Rich from Rich TV Live. And I was thinking about the conversation I had with the guy that I know that used to work at Zenabis that no longer works there, and told me that Ricky Brar no longer works there too, and that's why Ricky Brar is selling. So now we know why the selling came from. Well, now we know where the selling came from, right? And why he was selling. Because if you're no longer part of the company, then you have no loyalty to the company. And I heard that he's starting another new company. So he clearly needed money to start his new company. So sell 500,000 shares at $1.30. Yeah, I'll take the 700 G's and run, right? So that's what he did. You know, he had 25 million shares. He now has 23 million shares. So it's nice when you can actually talk to guys that are inside the company. But anyways, I thought about it and I was thinking about our conversation. I was like, he mentioned something I didn't really think about. And he's like, do you hear the rumors about them being acquired? And I'm looking at him like, what do you mean, bro? You're in the company. What rumors are you talking to me about? And then he's like, oh, no, nothing. I thought about that. I was like, yo, is that some kind of clue, man? Is that some kind of clue? Well, okay. Well, this is the positive and negative, okay? The positive is if they get acquired by like an Aurora Cannabis, we would get shares in Aurora Cannabis, which I'd be cool with. The reality is if they get acquired, they're going to be essentially their shares would be in exchange for shares of another company like a Canopy Growth or an Aurora Cannabis would probably be the two biggest candidates, okay? But who knows? Who knows? They're also doing business with Tilray. Maybe Tilray might be a candidate. That's an option as well. So I was thinking about it and I was like, do you guys think there's a chance that they could get acquired? And if they did get acquired, that definitely would make the stock explode. The stock would explode on the acquisition news. There's no doubt about that. So that would give people the opportunity to get out of the stock if they wanted to. They could always lower their cost. You know, some people were crying earlier today, and then the stock ended up. Oh, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. The stock went up. Where's all the panic sellers, guys? Yo, come out right now, man. Come out to play. Come in my backyard. We got 5 acres to play. Where's all the panic sellers? Hey, since you're here and we got 38 people, we got 3 likes, guys. Come on, man. 3 likes? Jeez, man. That's crazy. I'm talking to guys on the inside of companies. Man. And you guys ask me who the haters are. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the 13 likes. Please, guys, comment, join the party. Danny Boy, Shelby, Mike, Denless, Nick, what's up? Thank you guys for being here. Man, we're in the dead of August. We're nearing the end of August. September's coming, and it's like deja vu for me, man. Deja vu for me, man. Been the same thing since day one. Since day one, summertime, these cannabis stocks go down, and then in the fall and the winter, they have a resurrection. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it goes. Danny Boy says, you got news, Rich. Yeah. Apparently there are talks that Zenabis could be acquired because with their stock down this much, what I'm starting to think is the big boys will short down these smaller companies and then put them in a situation where they give them an offer they can't refuse. And a lot of times they'll get acquired. So maybe there is a chance that they could be acquired. And if they did get acquired, it would be by a monster. So if it was a monster, we would get shares in a monster, clearly, which would be a very good thing. And as shareholders, we would also have a vote. We would get the share. Oh, the rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo. You guys hear that? It's intense. The negative with being acquired is that you would no longer have shares in Zenabis. It would no longer be its own company. It would never amount to what it could have on its own. It'll then operate as a subsidiary under another vehicle. But if that vehicle is a bigger, better company, then you're going to get shares in a bigger and better company. Mike Affelt is asking, would we get more money per share than they're sitting at? Yeah, I think that in any negotiation, there has to be a little bit of gravy added to it so that there's some type of reason for us to want to do the deal, clearly. So yeah, they're going to have to give us some juice to, make it worth our while. Denlas asks, who are the haters, Rich? I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. I got no hate with people that know me. But apparently there's a lot of people there that say my videos are too long. There's people that say they don't like my emoji guy. There's people that say they don't like my picks, even though I've called all of these cannabis stocks for 2.5 years. People were yelling and screaming when Zenabis was at 127 today, even though I was saying it was a buying opportunity, and then it finished at 135. I mean, that's just the stock market, right? When things are good, they're good, and when they're bad, they're bad. And when they're good, everybody thinks you're a hero, and when they're bad, everybody thinks you're a zero. But I've been through it for 2.5 years, so it's nothing new for me. I remember when I was talking about Organogram being a giant, and then they got pesticides in their crops, and everybody said they were trash too. And then Organogram now on Thursday is going to be going to the senior exchange in America. So I've been watching these companies like since day one. I've been investing in these companies since day one. I've been talking about these companies since day one. And good, bad, or ugly, I'll continue to talk about them. Denlas says, let us help the cannabis sector. Only way is to smoke something. Yeah, or take some CBDs or use some hemp products. Nick says, Rich, people who complain about pot stocks down are crazy. Don't they know buying opportunity? You know what? There's a lot of people that are panickers. There are. And the message I can give to people that are panickers is that the stock market is not for the faint of heart. So if you cannot handle the risk of investing in a casino, which is like what the stock market is, a casino at your home, then you shouldn't do it. And it's not for everybody. And it is highly risky. And there is a very good chance you will lose all of your money. Very good chance. Shelby says, if you don't give Rich a like, don't watch. Thank you, Shelby. I appreciate you, man. We got 28 likes now. That's a much better ratio than earlier before. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys for that. And we have 51 people watching. Thank you guys that are watching from all over the world. Why don't you guys just go ahead and tell us where you are from all over the world? I'd love to know where we have people from. And maybe say hello in your country, and I'll try to pronounce it the best I can. Danny Boy says, does it make sense for Zenabis to be acquired? Have an awesome business model, so why would they want to ruin it? I don't know if it makes sense for them to be acquired. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm just suggesting that the price is so low. Maybe what's happening is some of the big boys are shorting them down because they know they have a chance to be a huge player and thinking, why not short them down and then acquire them on the cheap, right? And then give them an offer they can't refuse. Like, okay, you guys are at $1.30. We'll give you guys $2 a share. Well, yeah, every investor would go for that right now. So it's easy, right? It'd be nice if they offered us $4 a share or $5 a share. So Zenabis, let's get this show on the road. Let's go. Or even $10 or $20 a share. I don't necessarily want that. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm just putting it out there because I wanted to hear what you guys think. And I would have to listen to the offer to see if it made sense for me. And then we could talk about it. Fofo for real says, bam, smash it. Chris Deering says, yo, Rich. Yo, what's up, Chris? Mike Effeld says, let's see them all really. Let's go. Shelby says, he's doing this for us, guys. Richard says, hey, Rich, what did I miss? I spoke to someone who used to work with Zenabis, and he said to me that Rick Brar no longer is with the company. That's clearly why he's selling his shares. And then he said to me that he's hearing that there could be rumors of a takeover, but he doesn't know because he's no longer with the company. So there's been a changing within the company structure. The new CEO came in, the old CEO went out, and the new CEO is bringing in his team, and the old CEO is literally leaving, and all those people are selling, clearly. And I'll take some of those cheap shares. Mike Affeld says rally. Wayne P says, what's up, Rich? Yo, what's up, Wayne? Vivid Vinyl says, do you still think Zenabis can go to the $7-8 mark? If so, do you think it can do the same if it's acquired? I don't think if it gets acquired, it's going to go to $7-8, but we will get shares in another company. And if it's an Aurora or an Afria or a Canopy Growth or a MedMen or a Tilray or a Curaleaf or a GW Pharma or an IIPR, Green Thumb, there's so many companies out there that could give them an offer. They might get an offer they can't refuse. We as investors might get an offer we can't refuse. This is a Freezy. This is a Mr. Freezy Jumbo. This is the Mr. Freezy Jumbo. You guys got these in America? These are damn good, man. These are damn good. Damn good. Alfonso de la Peña says Agriflora could be acquired also. Yes, anybody could be acquired in this sector right now. That's the crazy thing about this sector. Everyone could potentially be acquired. Well, not everyone. The big boys couldn't be acquired, but it's the big boys that'll acquire the smaller companies or the companies that are struggling or the companies that are failing to build shareholder equity, shareholder value, and making shareholders happy. If you're not going to do something to build shareholder value, why would the shareholders want to support your company? It doesn't make any sense. Joseph says, man, your emoji's cool. F them. Respect, Joseph. Denla says, when do you think Aurora is a buy? Right now. Smash the buy button for Aurora. Like, so obvious. Yo, Excel is from Montreal. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Je m'appelle Richard. Je ne parle pas le français. Bonjour. Downtown Toronto, baby. Yo, Kevin Rocha. Yo, what's up, Kevin? How's the T-Dot treating you, brother? Mike Affeld says, from London, Ontario, but in Fort Mac working. All right, you're a long way from home, bro. Fort McMurray. Damn. Make that cheese, bro. Make that cheddar so you can invest it in the cannabis sector, brother. Denla says, Danish Stenocare came out today with a press release that they were pesticides in what came from CanTrust, and it has consequences. Stenocare fell 20% today, and I'm in again. All right, so you're going to day trade that? Good luck, my friend. Yo, Chris Tofa says, what's up, Rich? Hey, what's up, my friend? Easy Living says, say yes to THC freezies. Oh, that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. THC freezies or even CBD freezies? That would be epic. Chris Tofa says, Rich, have you ever owned a stock that's been acquired? Oh, that's a good question. No, I haven't. iBoss416 says, I don't think they can be acquired unless they want to sell. Insiders own a lot of shares. Well, that's what I mean. You guys have to understand what's going to happen is they'll get an offer. And if the insiders want to sell, then they'll sell. Like right now, Ricky Brar owns 23 million shares. He has a big piece of that company and he wants to sell. He's going to keep selling. He clearly doesn't care about the price. Isaiah says, my hand hurts from smashing the like. Yo, mad respect, Isaiah. Thank you. Denlas with a $5 donation. DKK. Yo, thank you. Mad respect, bro. Danny Boy says, love to see an Afria merger instead of an acquisition. Yeah, that'd be nice. Connor Phelan says, full alert. You want to play full alert? Isaiah says, CBD freezies. Yes. Shelby says, I look at it just like the oil field. Not all companies want to be number one or the top. They build and make their money by being acquired, start a new venture, and do it all over again. Well, that's what Rick Barr's doing. Rick Barr started a new company, and he's selling, and he's probably selling so that he can have money for his new company. So people are like, oh, should there be loyalty? I'm like, no, there are lockup periods. After the lockup period is done, the shares are with their broker, and they start telling their broker to start selling. That's the way it goes, man. Like, there's no loyalty. Robert says, what are your thoughts on Tilray? Love Tilray. Love Tilray. One of the best out there. Going to be a giant. Global leader. Isaiah is from Toronto. Yo, what's up, Isaiah? Crypto KK is in Pickering, Ontario. Fat Nuts is in Jersey. Shorty Pops is from Pittsburgh. Thanks for the content. Just got into investing last month. Found your channel in the recommended section because I was searching cannabis stocks. Well, I am the cannabis guy. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. Correctly predicted Village Farms, Chronos Group, Tilray, Aurora, Afria, Canopy Growth. You name it. We've talked about it. CVSI, Kush Bottles, Curaleaf, Ianthus. And they've all gone up, and now recently they've all come back down, creating an amazing buying opportunity. The buying opportunity of the century. That's all I got to say. The buying opportunity of the century. Buying opportunity of the century. I got like 5 acres behind me, and I got like all kinds of animals and stuff. So sometimes I'm looking over my shoulder just to make sure there's no like bears coming at me or something. That's why I'm eating a freezy. I'm not going to be eating any like burgers or anything. I'm not used to living in the country. I'm a city boy. I'm from Toronto, man. I'm not from the country. AJ Pa says, hey, Rich, what's up? Yo, what's up, AJ? Crypto Keck says, DKK is like 80 cents. LOL. Okay. AJ Pa says, what do you guys think of Planet 13? I like Planet 13. I love Vegas. I love that market. I think the price is right, and I think Planet 13 goes higher. JJ says, just tuning in, trying to catch up. I loaded on Xena. Very smart. At what price? Chris Tofa says, did you average down today, Rich? No, I've just been chilling, man. I've been enjoying my summer. I'm not even worried about trading. This is just doing what it usually does. And first week of September, all the market makers will go back to their trading desks, and they'll start to trade again. And they'll start making their markets, and they'll be like, oh, what a gift. All the cannabis stocks are down. What a gift. And they'll start buying them up. That's just the way it goes. Chris says, I did. What price did you get in at? Please let me know. Denlas is in Denmark, Copenhagen. Say hello in Danish. Godag min ven. Hey, Denlas. Mad respect, man, from Denmark. I would love to come to Denmark one day. A dope point of view says, I love freezies. I know they're so good. I got so many of them. Beth Baraz says, TrueLeaf has dropped to around 8 USD. I'd be living in Vermont, but may move to BC if Trump gets reelected. Really? Hey? Yeah, come on down, man. BC's a good spot. Fat Nut says, nice pop on Liberty Health Sciences. Do you think it will continue? Yeah, I like them. I think they have a lot of potential. JJ says, I'm average down at $1.20. Is that American? Yeah, American. Okay. Yeah, you got a good price, bro. You know, we're talking about a global giant. I think if we're patient and we keep loading up on Zenabis, it's going to change our lives. And it's the same thing that I did with a lot of the stocks. The only problem is I sold too soon. I sold Chronos Group way too soon. I sold Zinarba Pharmaceuticals, which another one I called ZYNE, way too soon. I sold Zoomaway Travel, ZMA, another one that just recently has been just running for our community, way too soon. But I made money on all these picks. But as a trader, I got to get better. I got to get better at just holding sometimes. But the problem is you hold so long sometimes that when you're finally in the green, you just want to take it. That's the other issue. So that's something I got to still work on as an investor. The hell is making that noise? What kind of weird object is making that noise? Chris Tofa is saying 123. I got in today. Good job, Chris. What a price. What a price. Shane MJ says, hey, Rich, how you doing, bro? I'm doing good, Shane. How about you, brother? Exubo Mayo says, hello from Ottawa. I am loaded on Indiva at 37. Hey, Indiva's a good one. I had a buddy of mine that I hadn't talked to in a long time tell me that I got to be looking at Indiva. So, guys, put Indiva on your watch list. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good one. What is Roger Kraft says, sounds good to me if that happens. Mark Bardowell says, look at the pick AMRN. All right, AMRN. Let's pull it up. You guys hear the rooster? Like, what the hell, man? I'm not used to this kind of lifestyle. AMRN is at $15.43, down 1.47%. Is this the pick? Robert Resprepo says, so many cannabis stocks on sell. I had to pick up Canopy Growth as well, holding MedMen and averaging down. Hey, man, I think Canopy Growth, great pick right now at these prices. And I think MedMen is amazing pick at these levels. Chris, I have the reverse problem, Rich. I am afraid to pull the trigger and sell. No, I'm definitely not afraid to sell. that I sell just too soon. That's something I got to work on for sure. But I have no problem holding and lowering my cost or waiting. I've been doing that with real estate. I look at stocks the same way, man. If I'm willing to wait 10 years for real estate, 5 years for real estate, why can't I wait a year, 2 years for stocks, 6 months? You got to give these stocks time to develop. You know, the people that first invested in Amazon, if they sold after a year, they wouldn't have made any money. But if they held it, they become instant multi-millionaires, some of them billionaires, because you got to give time for these stocks to have quarterly earnings. They have to have successive quarterly earnings and successive quarterly earning growth. JJ says, StockTube Holmes says, is that a moose? You see a moose behind me, man? Just let me know if you see a moose, man. Shit. JJ says, I really like green growth brands. If I wasn't into Zena, that's where I'd be going, buying property near me in Massachusetts, U.S. market. Hey, man, can't go wrong with real estate, man. Can't go wrong with real estate. Keo Marcario is saying Northern Illinois, January 1st, 2020, recreational will be legalized and Cresco Labs takes care of Illinois. Thank you for sharing that. Great point. Is anyone aware that Cresco could explode next year? Oh, totally. Great company. You know, I need to talk about them more. They're a good company. I really like what they're doing. Chris Tofa is saying, I've effed up holding too long. I'm trying to, it's during the day. I don't want to swear too much. I already swore earlier today in a video, and because I get, people get angry when I do that stuff. So it's not professional. I get flack and slack and all kinds of different things. A dope point of view says we got a momentum trade. That way we won't get out too early. Yes, it's true. It's something I'm working on as a trader. I told you guys I'm not the best trader, man. I am not the best trader. I make mistakes. But I will definitely not sell for a loss. I am very hard-headed. So I'd rather do the research, invest in the best. That way, if they go down, I know they're coming back like a slingshot, like a boomerang, like elastic band. Just right now they're down. It's like elastic banding. They're down. And then when it lets go, bing, it's going to fly. They're going to fly. Trust me, mark my words. I've seen it before, and it's going to happen again. Even Bruce Linton is saying so. So it's not just me. And there's billion-dollar fund managers and hedge fund managers that are buying Aurora, buying Afria, buying Canopy right now, every day. AJ Paz says, no bears, we want bulls. LOL, just kidding. Dope background. Yeah, this is the back. This is the backyard, man. This is the backyard. Shane says, Rich, I'm bag holding Sproutly. It just keeps dropping. You think I should hold or cut my losses? I'm down like thousands of dollars, 29%. Well, in a situation like that, Shane, what I would do is I would either buy more to lower my cost, or I would wait. And, I know you're a good guy, bro. So you can make more money doing other things. I would just wait. And then if you have to lower your cost, lower your cost. That's how I trade. If I'm down on something, I will lower my cost. And then that way, when the price goes back up a bump, then you can get out. You don't want to get out at a 29% loss. It's too much. I don't mind losing maybe 10%, but I don't want to lose 30%. Not on thousands. JJ, is there news Zena is being acquired? I apologize if I missed it. No, there is no news they're being acquired, but I spoke to someone who used to work at Zenabis. He is no longer working there. He told me that Ricky Barr no longer works there either, even though Ricky Barr holds 23 million shares. So Ricky Barr is going to bleed out his shares. He's going to sell his shares. We know what he's going to do. I believe the company is buying his shares on the cheap. They know he's selling. They can see it. They're very aware of who's selling. So I think they're trying to buy his shares on the cheap. But as far as an acquisition, my buddy that used to work with the company and no longer does said to me that there are rumors that it could be acquired. And then I said, well, what rumors? And he goes, I don't know. You didn't hear any rumors? I'm like, no. He goes, oh, okay. And I was like, what? Yo, bro, what do you know, man? He's like, no, I don't know nothing, man. Just, it's rumors. Just rumors. I'm like, oh, yeah. So I don't know. Let's see. AJ Paz says, are we still waiting for Langley to license? I believe that they're going to consistently be getting new licenses all the time. I don't know, number one, number two, I don't know exactly what numbers they're on. I just know that they keep getting licensing. And the way I believe it works, based on the way it's been working, is that they will get a license, maximize and utilize most, if not all, that space, and then they'll get the next license to get more space. So there's no need in going and getting another license at this point for Langley when you're licensed for like 143,000 kgs and you're only producing 2,000 kgs. So they have a lot of room for growth. When they get to that level, they're going to be turning enormous revenues. And that's when I believe we're going to see huge returns on our investment. Until then, this is just a great buying opportunity, in my opinion. Shelby says, if it makes you feel better, Shane, I'm down 50%. Just a waiting game now. I ain't losing. It will eventually go up. Who knows when? Beverages aren't even out yet. They need to show profit. Yeah, well, everything's been down for 5 months. So anybody who got in like just in the last 5 months is probably down. Unless they got in the last week or so. Roger Kraft says, I love seeing your emoji guy, Rich. Okay, thank you. StockTube Holmes says, Rich, do you think holding a few hundred of all the major Canada players will make millionaires in 2 to 3 years? Yes. I don't know if it'll be 2 to 3 years. I think it might be more like 5 to 10 years. But I think if we focus as a community on owning all the top cannabis players in Canada and the United States, I believe we're going to become very wealthy, extremely wealthy. Chris says, sorry for the language, Rich. Oh, I'm not afraid of language, bro. I just don't want to be like, you can drop it. I ain't going to be dropping it. Not today. Not right now. Unless something crazy happens. Denlaz says, first country in Europe has legalized like in Canada. It is Luxembourg. Ever heard of that country, Rich? Be honest, bro. Of course. Of course I've heard of Luxembourg. Is it close to Belgium? I'm from Portugal, so I know Europe pretty well. But I've only been to Portugal and Spain and England. Haven't been to enough places. I need to travel more, and that's one of my goals. Roger Crafts is from Atlanta, Georgia. How you doing, Roger? Beth Boraz says Agra signed a big deal with Chinese for CBD cosmetics to sell there. Wow. Yeah, you know what? I saw that. I got to read it. I saw the heading. That's big. That's big. Chris Tofa says, what do you think about Namaste lately, Rich? Have you been following them? Yeah, I think Namaste is going to be a buy very soon if it isn't right now. I really do. Steven George says a buyout could be a good thing. Yeah, I think with Namaste, it definitely could be a good thing. There's no doubt about that. Gabe Newell says Zenabis could be bought by Aurora or Kronos, and that will bring the stock up or down. It just depends. If Aurora buys them and they use stock, probably stock will go down initially and then go up over time. But if it's Canopy Growth and they're using cash, Canopy Growth has enough money they could buy them 300 million like that. So, and Kronos too. So, I don't know. Canopy and Kronos would probably be the best bet to buy anybody right now. They got the most money. Gabe Newell says, hey, it's Alexander Leroyer from Zenabis Private Investor Group. How you doing? Doing great, man. How you doing today? A dope point of view says, that's it. I'm going to get a freezy. I'm thinking about getting another one. Thinking about getting a white one. I like the white ones too. And I really like the red ones and the orange ones and the purple ones. I like them all. Denlas says, cool, true. Yes, it is, Rich. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, Luxembourg is kind of where I thought it was at. JJ says, worst stock I own is International Canna Brands, looking to bounce back and get out. You think edibles will make a huge difference in Canada? I believe it will, yes. I think edibles is going to be huge. Huge. So, yeah, and I think that Canopy is going to be one of the biggest, and Organigram are going to be two of the biggest players that will benefit from edibles legalization. XL Huck says, Juju is poo-poo. Yeah, they've been pretty terrible. JJ says, I own FSD2. Sucks. Yeah, they've been struggling. Crop as well. Yeah, Crop's been pretty weak. Chris Tova says, oh, no way. I didn't know you were originally from Portugal. They have really been the country to prove how successful a country can be taking the anti-drug war approach. Yeah, well, Portugal actually was one of the first countries, I think it was the first country to legalize cannabis and hash. So, yeah, I've always believed in legalization and the plant and what the plant can do. And I've got 5 acres and, I can grow legally and anyone can in Canada. So I think that that's all right. So we should. I think we should. Shan Khan says, hey, Rich, how are you? Is FSD Pharma buying opportunity low as hell? Man, I don't know, man. I wouldn't tell people to buy FSD Pharma. It might be a buying opportunity, but there's just so many other companies out there like Aurora, like Afria, like Canopy Growth, like Tilray, like Curaleaf. These are better companies, guys. TrueLeaf, Emerald Health Therapeutics, Fire. These are better companies, in my opinion, that are turning a profit, a lot of them, and have a lot of upside. Village Farms. Companies that are turning profit should be at the front of your list right now, in my opinion. Gabe Newell says, I'm doing good and I have more than 50,000 in shares with an average down of $1.40. Well, I hope you win big. MUV? Rat Fink is saying MUV. Roger Kraft says, yes, Rich, you are the Albert Einstein of the cannabis industry. Thank you, bro. I have mad respect for that, man. Thank you, man. I'm just an average guy trying to figure this game out, and I ain't going nowhere. So there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. I ain't going to run. I ain't going to hide, and I'll take my lumps like everybody else, And I'm just like you guys, just trading and trying to figure this game out. And yeah, I interview CEOs and yeah, I talk to different types of companies, but my heart is with the cannabis sector. You guys see the hats I wear, and I go to the conferences and I interview the CEOs. And um, I just have in my heart, I really believe this is a sector that's going to change our lives. And I really believe it's changed my life already. And I believe it can change your life. And I don't mean just by investing. I mean, I have my own CBD company. I'm investing. I have new opportunities coming every day. I have a media company. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities that are coming because of this sector. And, like somebody said, I searched cannabis stocks and your channel popped up. I owe a lot to the sector. So there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. On the bad days, it's tough, but on the good days, it's glorious. And that's just the way it is when you invest in anything. I've owned real estate that was down and I waited it out and it took years. And then at the end of it, I end up on top. I look at stocks the same way. You know, the reason why I like stocks actually in some ways more than real estate is that if I buy stocks and they go down, I can buy more. If I buy a house and it goes down, I can't buy that house a second time, a third time, a fourth time, to fix a mistake, like a bad entry point. So, yeah, I love stocks, man. I love the stock market. And I think that as a community, we're going to get bigger and we're going to get better. And we're going to focus on buying bigger and better stocks. Goldman Sachs, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Tesla, American Express, Visa, MasterCard, Canadian banks like TD Bank, CIBC, Bank of Nova Scotia, Bank of Montreal. I mean, these are good companies, right? Costco, Target, Home Depot. These are the types of companies that we should be putting in our portfolio to really just give our portfolios some like meat. And then we have the cannabis stocks, right? You don't have to put everything into the cannabis stocks. That way, when they go down, you don't have to get so emotional about it, because it's hard when stocks go down and people get very emotional, even investors like me that have been doing it for a long time. I don't like it when the stocks are down. However, I'm a stubborn guy. And even though I know that they're going to go down, I'm still buying them when they're down because I know that that's the best time to buy. But sometimes you buy something when it's down and it goes down even further because you don't know what the bottom is unless you're psychic. And we try to be as psychic as possible. I tried to time it perfectly. I bought what I thought was the bottom in July. And here we are, end of August, and it's even lower. So, I definitely didn't time it as good as I wanted to. I timed it better than I did last year. Next year, I'm going to time it even better. I'm not going to enter in July. I'll probably enter in like around middle of August to end of August, like right now. So this is part of a development and learning and being a part of the sector for the last 2.5 years and doing videos every day and trading every day. It's part of it, right? Just learning. Gabe says, my prediction, it will hit $3 at the end of the year. Reason I bought 50,000 shares. Yeah, well, I hope you win, man. Beth Barra says, IIPR is offering 1.3 million shares of common stock at $1.26-ish. Thoughts? I think that the company is going to be a giant. They have a very tight float. I like their business model. I think they're a good company, but I'm not going to buy that stock at $100. That's what I think. When there's other companies and other options out there. Now I do like them. I like the fact that they have a dividend, but I'm not going to buy them at $100. I'd rather look for the next one that's going to go up. Like that. I'm not the guy that wants to buy that for like $100. That's just not the way I trade. Because I don't know. At some point that could get shorted. But you never know. It could become like a GW Pharma. I really like GW Pharma, but I've never bought it. I also never bought Tilray because it just was too high. Now Tilray's going down, and I'm like, I'm looking at it. And I'm just like, it's getting very appetizing at these levels. Same with Canopy Growth. Billy Bob says, what up, Rich? Busy Bee here. Yo, what's up, bro? DJ says, what's up with Ianthus? Keeps tanking. I just think that that's creating another buying opportunity. And I think what you're seeing now are these companies are putting in new management. Old management's going out, and they're selling on the way out. That's what it is, man. They're selling on the way out. This is what I'm hearing from the street, direct from the street. Sonia says, you can't go wrong with CWeb, my favorite stock besides ACB. CWEB is a beast. They are the #1 CBD company in the world. Everybody else is chasing CWEB. So you're very smart to be investing in Aurora and CWEB. And they've both done quite well. Gabe Newell says, you think Zenabis will be acquired or become a Titan? I think they will either become a Titan or they will get acquired. And either way, I'm okay with it because chances are they're going to be acquired by a Titan. So I'll get shares in the Titan. And I'm probably going to own shares in that company anyways, because my goal is to own all the top stocks. And I'm on my way to that. Like my top positions right now, Aurora, Hexo, those are two of the biggest. Rivers, Canopy Grow 2.0. I really like those three positions. Suniva and Zenabis as two long-term investments. I own lots of shares of both of those. And I'm just going to keep buying more. And those are like my top 5 positions right now. And I have a lot more. I have about close to 20 positions. And the other ones are smaller ones. They're penny stocks because I like penny stocks, but they're risky. I don't like to talk about it too much because I don't want you guys buying. I own, Agriflora, 5,000 shares. I own thousands of shares of lots of penny stocks too because I enjoy the risk. Even though I don't like to talk about it too much because I don't want you guys playing too much in the penny stocks because it becomes very risky and very volatile. Keo says, Billy Bob says, what do you think of Cali? I like the one without the skull and bones in Canada. I don't like the American one with skull and bones. I won't buy a stock with skull and bones. Keo Marcelo says, besides the cannabis sector, HPQ silicone is a class in of itself. A new metal for high tech has been created. Let's not forget or fall asleep on this discounted opportunity. And that's why I've been talking about them, and I will continue to. Fat Nut says, dropped a couple of dollars on Baba entry 152. I hope you win big there, bro. Billy Bob says, CWEB to buy Cali. Very possible. Matthew Grevin says, I read today Bruce Linton will announce his next move in September when he'll share which 3 or 4 companies he will work with. Any companies come to mind? Oh, you know what? MaryMed was talked about, I know. MRMD. I think that MedMen in America would be a good one. Tilt in America would be a good one. Curaleaf in America, CWEB in America, IIPR, Green Thumb. There's so many good companies in America. Kush Bottles. I could see him joining so many companies. And it's hard to just pick, Harvest Health and Recreation. There's so many. You know what? This rooster is... I'm going to get another freezy, guys. I need another freezy. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you guys some music. You guys ready? You guys have any requests? You guys have any requests? What you want to hear? Put on some music since the rooster's going. Throw on some Ill Kid. You know what I mean? Some original Ill Kid. How about this? I'm starting to get some FOMO, guys. These prices are giving me FOMO. Enjoy the nature and the beauty that is British Columbia.
Take a chance, go ahead and spin the wheel. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. FOMO, yeah, you know the deal. If you wanna take a chance, go ahead and spin the wheel. I know you missed it, but we gon' get it back, Natural shrimp ink, look, that's how we shag. SHMP, we call it forward glue up. I bet you wish you had it in your hands or that you knew us. We gon' get this money, don't be scared to get this money. Not afraid to get this money, always on my mind is money. It might slip up out your hands, but the crew is here to reinforce. Rich TV, with the picks, but the #1 choice. Hey, you got some dollars, go invest that shit. Cause the fear of missing out will leave you desperate.
I got a white one now. You guys got these in America? It's just a hockey guy, man. It's the jumbo. Fight or flight.
Whatever you do it like you're doing it right. Cause in the stock game, you know it's either fight or flight. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. FOMO, yeah, you know the deal. If you wanna take a chance, go ahead and spin the wheel. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. What? The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. FOMO, yeah, you know the deal. If you wanna take a chance, go ahead and spin the wheel. I told you follow the boy Rich, the noise. I'm tired of all these other stock cats, they annoying. Talking this and talking that, shit, they boring. I think I'd rather listen to the phone ring. Pick up, cause the money keep on calling though. And when I'm throwing down the cash, it's like Geronimo. Chasing rainbows, I'm always down for a pot of gold. And when the stocks are calling shit, I'm like, I gotta go. If you never watch, I guess you all missing out. Never winning, I'ma keep on spinning, never running out. Yeah, it's the bigger route. Getting checks, we checking out. If you got some FOMO, then please never have a second doubt. FOMO stay real with me. FOMO so real. FOMO stay real with me. You know the deal. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. What? The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. FOMO, yeah, you know the deal. If you wanna take a chance, go ahead and spin the wheel. The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. What? The FOMO's real, the FOMO's real, the FOMO's real. FOMO, yeah, you know the deal. If you wanna take a chance, go ahead and spin the wheel.
Oh man, Ill Kid is just dirty. Straight dirty. Mad respect to Ill Kid. Shout out to Ill Kid, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Duarte? How you doing, man? Chris says, have you ever owned Oxley, Rich? Yeah. I've been talking about Oxley for 2.5 years, man. And they've been the disappointment of the century. And now they're starting to kind of come back, but still, they're still not anywhere close to where they should be. And my opinion is because of dilution. They have 500 million shares. They got too many shares out there. And when you see these companies have these huge share counts, you're not going to see the price go up, because how are they going to justify the market cap? You can't justify a $500 million market cap when you have no revenue. This is the problem with Aurora, and this is the problem with Oxley. They have too many shares. That's the problem. It's a big problem. LL says Agriflora had great news today. Yeah, they did. I have to go through it. Axel Huck says Badianthus Cura this week, holding till a Fed catalyst. I like all three. I like your picks. Sonia says, thank you, Rich, from the big TO. Yo, the 6. What's up, man? That's my hometown. Shout out to the Toronto Raptors, the NBA champion Toronto Raptors. Sounds so good. Mr. Jordan says, uranium stocks soared today, up 7%, some at 50 cents share. Are you saying 50 cents or 5 cents? Seth Riffle says, I want Zenabis to go a little bit lower and pick up some more. I love discounts. I like the way you're thinking, Seth. I like the way you're thinking. Mr. Jordan is saying still way higher to go until quotas get announced in October. Mr. Jordan says, I bought Tilray dip today too. Very good. I love Tilray. Duarte says, Bruce should go to Australis Capital. Yeah, that would be nice. I like the way you're thinking. Shane is saying FOMO. Yes, sir. Mr. Jordan is saying Hexo is getting squashed. Squashed? Is it being squashed? I'm pretty sure Hexo will only get bigger and it will only get better. I promise you that. And yeah, it might temporarily go down, but long term, they're going to be a giant. They got to deal with Moors. Like Molson. Molson's such a beast. So yeah, they ain't going nowhere. Seth is saying full alert. Sonia is saying High Tide, Bev Canada, 2 great penny stocks. Yes, they are. And 2 companies that I've done videos for. And I've interviewed with Bev Canada. I have not yet interviewed with High Tide, but hopefully I get a chance to do that. LL says Asian CBD Cosmetics Agriflora Agreement. Yes, I heard. I got to go through the news. Billy Bob says CVM, everything point to approval of Multikine PH3 to be released soon. If approved, it will be used for all cancers prior to any surgery or Chemo. Yeah, and CVM has been on fire. Thank you for sharing that pick. Rui Pinero says LLT Lightlink is also a good stock to have. Yes, I think long term they are going to be another sleeper. Billy Bob says CVM bound to be bought out. Yeah, when you get too big, a lot of the giants will just buy you out. Ivan Diesel says, Rich, I have 6,000 shares of Oxley since a year. I hope they will start to go up. What do you think about them? I like them. I just think they have too many shares, and that's why they're not going up. That's the problem. Whenever they go up, people are selling. Too many shares. Vinay Varma says, Tilt earnings next week will explode over one soon. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Tilt pulls a Bills. You guys see how Bills, Dan Balzerian's company, just exploded and went from like under $1 to like over $2. Even it hit 3, I think. Now they're trading around 2. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tilt do that one day. I just don't know when. I wouldn't be surprised to see Oxley do it either. I just don't know when. It's when the market makers feel like it's justified. Sonia says Oxley is a great long-term stock. Great pick. LL saying my favorite, Charlotte coming down buying opportunity. Yeah, you know what? Charlotte was at 16 earlier in Canada. That was the chance to buy. I'd like to pick it up around that range. Duarte Barrow says resurrection will begin after the long weekend. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be coming for sure. I mean, we're at bottoms. There's no doubt about that. Quentin Simmons says I'm still buying Planet 13. Yeah, I like Planet 13. I don't own any, but I like them. Even Diesel says, Rich, I have 6,000 of Oxley at $2. You think they will go up one day? Yes, I do. Compound interest stock guy says, I just went to Alcana store in Edmonton. Wasn't nearly as fire and flower store, in my opinion. Was kind of weak, to be honest. But they have about 12 stores, I think, or more. Yeah, and Alcana is actually trading at a higher price. So that's interesting. But yeah, I like fire and flower. They're going to be a juggernaut, and I love their stores. It's a good point. I've seen their stores at the conference, and the way they look, it's tight. It looks very tight, orange and very tight. Zinarba rockets. Would it rocketed today? I didn't even look. But yeah, I love Zinarba. Chris says they need to prove that they can be profitable. Nothing else will bring up the stock price. When companies start showing profits quarter after quarter, and it's profit after profit, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, that's when the stocks will skyrocket. And we know it's coming. It's not even a matter of if, it's a matter of when. 5 Finger Limited says, bye, 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 bye. Chris Tofa says, they need to prove that they can be profitable. Nothing else. Yes. Sonia says, Ivan, don't worry. Oxley will pay off. Yeah, I think that, you can always lower your cost. And it's a great way to trade. It's a good company. They got good news. Chris is saying, I'm from Toronto too, Rich. Yo, what's up? 6. Veteran and humble analysis. How you doing, buddy? Canopy Growth uplisted July 26, 2016. Aurora uplisted July 20th-ish, 2017 to the TSX. Rivers about to uplist to the TSX probably by month's end. Check what happened to both Canopy and Aurora after those dates. Hey, I hope they explode, man. I got over 2,000 shares. Vegan Doll says, damn it, why is every YouTuber Canadian? Well, because I was the first Canadian and the first person to talk about cannabis stocks on YouTube, period. And then everybody else saw me and said, hey, that's a good idea. That's why they're all Canadian, because they all followed your boy. That's the truth. You can see all the videos. Just go back to Rich TV Live 2017, January 2017. You'll see my first videos when I was talking about Aurora and Afria and Organogram and Kronos Group. And I was the first one to talk about the HMMJ ETF. I bought it when it came out. I owned all those stocks, every one of them. If I had just held, I'd be sitting on millions. But I didn't. I traded them thinking that they would come back down. And they've come up and they've come down multiple times. This entire sector has, and I believe it will come up again, and it will be epic. Fat Nut says, After the resurrection comes, I'll see you at Ocean Sands Casino, Route 5 Cabarete. Oh, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna be going there anyways. So I'll be going there soon anyways. Mark Curie says, check out two shell companies, LLO and CUSP for a future Bruce Linton play. I know LLO, but I don't know CUSP. Compound interest stock guy says, vegan dolls because Canada started the cannabis industry. It's true. It's true. Isaiah says, TrueLeaf hit lowest RSI since IPO today. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Isaiah says, TrueLeaf should be close to bottom. I agree with you. Linda says, Caliterra Therapeutics had some good news yesterday, jumping to phase 3. Yeah, guys, go to Compound Interest Stock Guy and subscribe to his channel. I got mad respect for him. He's been with me for a while. He's a true investor and believer in the cannabis sector. He goes to the stores, and so do I. So I have respect for people that are real and people that are OGs of the sector. And I ain't going anywhere. One day you're gonna see Rich TV Live CBDs, Rich Hemp RX CBDs on shelves. Mark my words. Gabe Newell says, prediction for the rest of the month. Zenabis up to 150 plus or down? Yeah, I don't anticipate anything going up right now. I think that we'll see a resurrection when these companies start showing revenues, in my opinion. Yeah, there's going to be catalysts that are going to make them go up and down. But at the end of the day, if you want to see companies really go up, we want to see revenue growth. We want to see profits. We want to see EBITDA. We want to see EPS, earnings per share. This is what the street wants to see. It's been spoken. Now it's time for the entire sector to deliver. And it will. Drew D says, yes, veteran and humble. I'm loading up as much as I can on rivers. They will be huge. I agree. Vinny Verma says, Xena, 15,000 shares at 150 average. You are fully loaded, my friend. Ivan Diesel says, thanks, Sonia, for your advice. It's jumping up here. Veteran and humble analysis says, Drew, you're a smart man. Mr. Jordan says, $1.70, share up 3% today. UEC at 94, a share up 6.7% today. URG at 59 cents a share, up 5.6% today. Uranium, thank you for that. Is Standard Lithium doing well today? I know it's lithium. Is lithium doing well, or is it just uranium? Scott General says, smash the like button for our boy Rich. I picked up Liberty Health yesterday. Let's all win. Yeah, let's go, brother. Thank you, man. Mad respect. Brad Cronin says, are you going to have McLeod on again? It's a good question. Yeah, I believe I will. I just don't know when. CEOs know they can get on the show. Just got to let me know when they want. Right now, everybody's on vacation, and they'll get back to the usual in September. Everyone's on vacation, this whole sector. Everybody, all the big players are on vacation. Richard Catalafamo says, it's time for ill kid, Rich. Mark Curry says, possible Kaya purchase through LLO in Jamaica. Okay. Compound interest stock guy says, high nines in Canadian for TrueLeaf is money in the bank. 7.5 to 8 USD, if you ask me. Hey, no problem, man. I got mad respect for my community, man. If you support me, I will always support you. I'm a very simple guy, man. If you're real, I'm real. If you're fake to me, I'll be fake to you. I'm just a mirror, man. I treat people the way they treat me. Treat me with respect. I got all the respect in the world for you, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I don't care if you win in the market, if you lose in the market. I don't care if you're a garbage man or if you're a businessman. It makes no difference to me, man. I treat everybody the way they treat me, man. That's just the way I look at it. You treat me with respect, I'll treat you with a lot of respect. You disrespect me, I got no time for you. That's just the way it is. Simple. I'm a simple guy. LL says, you know what, compound interest stock guy? I'm going to make you a moderator, bro. Because you're a cool dude. So I'm going to make you a moderator. And LL, I'm going to make you a moderator too. I like you too. And you're here a lot. So I have respect for you guys putting in the time. You guys have been with me for all this time. So I'm going to make you guys moderators. LL says, HSGX, eyes on volume way up, not a cannabis stock. Thank you for the pick. Jacob Chamberlain says, how can I get involved in selling your CBD in Pennsylvania? If you want to sell my CBD, go to Rich TV Live. And I have no cap on how much you can sell, eh? Like, you guys can sell millions. And you don't have to sell it in America. You can sell it anywhere in the world. Okay? So we have huge, huge stuff we're working on. Right now, we're working on an order to India for 5,000 to 10,000 liters a month. That's just one client. So the money in the CBDs is just crazy. That's all I can tell you guys. It's big. It's big. It's exciting. And I'd love to have you guys all be a part of it. And you guys can white label and have your own CBDs. So if you guys have your own shops, you can literally take the CBD, put your own name on it, create a company, and white label the CBD and have your own CBD brand. Okay? Which is 98% bioavailable and goes right into your bloodstream, and it's nano water-soluble CBD. This is lab tested here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where it's the best in the world. Fact. You can take our CBD and get it lab tested. Our CBDs are in Phoenix, Arizona right now in our lab where we do testing. So you can go and get it tested too. We want you to. We encourage you to, because we know what you're going to come back with. You're going to say that our CBD is very high quality. And that's important to us. If I was going to put my name on something, I wanted to make sure it was going to be the best. Compound interest stock guy says, I try the product so I know what's good, what's not. What's good will be good long term. I agree with you. Sonia says, Tilt and Oxley, patience goes a long way. Yeah, I think if you're looking for two long-term hammers, those could be two long-term hammers. Scott Norris says, just joining, holding. And yeah, that's all you can do right now. Veteran and Humble Analysis says, Kronos is a good buy at 15 Canadian. I agree with you. I won't buy it over 20 bucks. It's not making enough revenue. It's not making any revenue yet, like profit. It's not making any profit yet. Elad is saying AUSA is undervalued. Yeah, I think that's very likely. I agree with you there. I'm trying to get these messages. Compound stock interest guy says, Sonia Aversa, I agree. Tilt is waiting on closing of 125 million at 8% interest. Money will be boss. Eric asks thoughts on MedMan. You guys have been watching me for a long time. I've liked MedMan for a long time. They're dirt cheap right now. I think they have a huge future, and I believe there's enormous upside. And I think at these levels, you can't really go wrong with MedMan. But that's just my opinion. Always seek a financial advisor before you invest in anything we talk about here in Rich TV Live. My opinions are strictly opinions. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed, okay? Do your own due diligence. Do your own research before you invest in anything. My advice to you is always invest in the best companies. The best companies are blessed. Companies that are not the best, companies under $1, companies under 10 cents, companies under a penny, as they go lower, they get more and more risky, okay? So invest in the best companies to give yourself a chance to win. I like it when you guys start asking each other questions. Well, I mean, if you look at the charts over the last few years, you can see that every September these markets have turned. So, I mean, you can call it optimistic, but at the end of the day, I mean, you think they're just going to keep going down? Look at the charts, man. Show me a September where these stocks have gone down. Show me one. So at the end of the day, this could be the first, but what? Then when are they go up? In October? Like they have to go up eventually. They can't just go down forever. So yeah, they go up, they go down. That's the markets. And market makers, when they get back to their desks and they see these prices, it's going to be an early Christmas gift. And you're going to see a run up in the fall and the winter because that's just what they do. That's just what they do. Oh, the lithium ETF was down 3%. Okay. Lorenzo says, Rich, glad to see you live this beautiful afternoon. Yeah, it is a beautiful afternoon here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Michael York says, I'm holding MedMan and Medicine Man. U.S. companies are set to blow up. I agree. Compound interest stock guy says, Market Beat has MedMan at 8 Canadian, 6-ish USD price target. That's big from these levels. That's like 300%, 2 to 300% upside. John Hughes says, I'm holding everything until recovery process starts. Just bring costs down. Yeah, lower those costs. That's how you do it. I like Sproutly. I think Sproutly has a great future. I think it's just an early stage company. And once it starts turning profits, you'll see it go higher. Full legalization seems to be a big item in the press election, says Michael York. And I believe it'll be the Trump card to get Mr. Trump elected. Eric says 41 million last quarter. They should be way higher. Yeah, and they will go way higher when the entire sector goes higher. Drew says Medicine Man is a good play. They will blow up when US legalizes. I don't doubt that for a second. Jason Garza says, go Madman. Love to hate these guys. iBoss416 says, I'm pretty sure there was time around September 11th that the stocks went down. Yeah, maybe for a day or two. But overall, if you look at September 2018 and September 2017, you will see that the stocks have exploded. That's a fact. Compound interest stock guy says, it's weird this year with the rollout. I'm thinking they pump it up till October 15-ish, then dump it down till early to mid-November, then run it hard till end of December when rollout happens. Kind of like what happened last year. Yvonne Diesel says, Rich, when do you know app? Rich, do you know what app would you think of them? Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. Thank you, John. I appreciate you, man. Yvonne Diesel says, Rich, I am stock with app that you think been waiting a year. I know. Sorry, I'm not understanding what you mean by that. Jason Garza says, up and down, we. Michael York says, the Canadian plays is like any other play. New industry that people love. It cannot miss. And it would only get bigger. Jason Garza says, great work, Rich. Thank you, Jason. Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy, Rich from Rich TV Live. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here with me. So the whole topic today was, will Zena be acquired? I don't know if they're going to be acquired. If they do get acquired and it's like an Aurora, I kind of will be happy because I like Aurora anyways. Do I want them to get acquired? Not necessarily. I want Zenabis to explode and generate billions of dollars in revenue. But if they don't have what it takes to get there and they need to get acquired to get there, then it may not be the worst move. And we might be able to get shares in a giant. And maybe that's what's going on right now. Maybe they're getting shorted down by a giant. I don't honestly know. I don't know. But I know I will be watching, and I know I'll continue to bring you guys the news. I'll continue to bring you guys my opinions. I'll continue to tell you guys what I'm buying and selling. But I honestly don't know what exactly is going to happen. I just know that I love this sector. I love this industry. It's very exciting, and it's nice to be a part of. And I just have so much fun every single day when I think about what is coming, and I want to play a lot of full alerts. I want to play a lot of full alerts. When they come, I want to play a lot of full alerts.
Brought to you by Rich TV Live.
But you know what? I don't have the heart to short stocks. Even in the worst of times when I know they're going to go down, I don't want to short these stocks. I don't want to short the sector. I can't do it.
Ill Kid, Rich TV Live. You know it's a full alert, baby.
It's Bugatti Beats.
It's time to rev up our engines. The resurrection is near.
Yeah. Full alert, it's full alert. Full alert, it's full alert. Full alert, it's full alert. Yeah. I told y'all motherfuckers about a rubber and how it's gonna blow up. And Kira did the same and make you throw up. I was talking about Kush bottles, KSHB. I was talking about I ain't this and what they gon' be. It was BVO. We gave you all the answers. TRST shit, you know it's cancerous. Don't forget about Africa. We brought you into harvest. But why you still hate on the kid? Why? That shit is far-fetched. It's the 52-week lows. That's just how it goes. Rich TV is here. We about to make some dough. Yeah, right on everything in January. Shit is popping out. Rolling up some good in the backwood and we buffing clouds. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Yeah, full alert, it's full alert. Full alert, it's full alert. Full alert, it's full alert. Yeah, full alert, it's full alert. Let me take you to the future with ACB on top and Africa right next to that shit in the second slot. I'm like Jordan in his prime, shooting with Pippen, making money all the time, fucking with some man. Kush bottles ain't going nowhere. You know it's gaining hype, and if you ain't watching, you ain't winning. It's time to say goodnight. Seeing with the fever, that shit diva with the heater. You can leave that shit with Bieber. I don't fuck with non-believers. I got fire in my pocket, pick my way up to Supreme. If you bet on this company, you gon' make some cream. XLY,
You did not call that?
It's about to pop and
XLY.
fat. I ain't gotta stop the rap to tell you that you copping that Vivo. I buy that in my Speedo with eyes closed, eating a burrito or eating on some fucking Cheetos. Yeah, you know you buy that shit. It's a new strike on these haters and the missile get you hit. Yeah, bow down, I ain't a hate like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Yeah, full alert, it's full alert. Yo, full alert, it's full alert. Full alert, it's full alert. Yo, full alert, it's full alert. Rich TV Live. Ill Kid in the fucking building.
And we out. Peace. It's true. You ain't winning. You ain't watching.